All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here at AbleSys. Welcome to the webinar. We'll go over the different charts and different signals from AbleTrend. Intraday was a nice day today. Really was working well, and it wasn't too choppy. And it's real good day today. And overall, we'll take a look at this is a daily, weekly chart I have up here because great for longer term trading, and we'll just mix it up: stocks, futures, forex, and we'll take a look and see what everything look like. You have the question box in front of you there. If you'd like to chime in and you can just write in a little question or something, anything I can help you with, I'm always glad to help. So let's jump in. It's a stock chart here, KBH, daily, weekly, and on the weekly chart we use AbleTrend 3. We like to make it a little faster because there's 5 trading days in a week instead of the normal 3-to-1 ratio. So let's take a look. You can see a really nice sell signal back here. Each one of these black lines is a month. These are about 20 to 22 trading days per month. Of course, you take away holidays and weekends, and boy, there's a really just a super trend right here. That was a beauty there. The win ticker report, this one would have been on win ticker report here on 9/28 because it was a new buy signal. We also did not have a red dot above, nor did we have it within 5 days to the left. Over here, that's about 7 or 8 days. So perfectly fine to take the trade. In fact, we even have the big blue dot, the weekly dot. So everything is just lined up very nicely. I like that the price is really close to the little blue dot underneath it. So even if we're wrong, your stop loss just goes just a little bit under that blue dot. Now, if there was a lower row of small blue dots, that's where we put the stop loss. But there isn't. The trade first came in, which is the perfect place to get in, right at the beginning of the trend. I mean, ideally, you want to get in after the close of the first blue bar or the close of the first red bar, which would be right here. Those would be the perfect places because you're getting in at the beginning of the trend, which is going to be the best 9 out of 10 times. Almost always going to be the best price. So that was a really good one there, in at about 22 and change. Got a couple of places definitely where you could take some profit, especially there. I mean, look at this big long bar. I always notice the first thing when I look at it, I always see the little dots, and I'd like to see how far the price is from the blue dot underneath it. Because when I start seeing the price start to really get above those blue dots, there's a real good chance it's just going to snap right back. That's why you want to always try and get in at the, when the prices are close to the blue dots. Look at these sweet spots along the way here too. Sweet spots are pullbacks back down to the blue dot, the support dot, which is a roadblock or an invisible wall that AbleTrend's algorithm is seeing, and it's able to stop or block the price from going any further lower than that blue dot. Look how many times the price hit the blue dot and just stopped. Come from up here, down, and stopped. Come from up here, went lower, stopped at the dot. Again here. And we're putting those dots in, as you can see, days before that even happens. That row of dots starts at that price. So definitely some really valuable information to have. And that's what gives us this big advantage. Of course, it's the guidance chart. It's the combination of the 2 time frames and the 2 different AbleTrend algorithms all combined into the one chart. That's what makes it so special and why it works so well. So yeah, absolutely take some profit along the, it hits these upper bands and then completely stopped out right there at the previous lower blue dot. Not the blue dots under the price, always the next lower blue dot. But after getting in at 22, I mean, you're out here at 34. That's a beauty right there. And then a nice short signal, or buy puts if you're an option trader, right there. And that thing heads down. Again, as long as you've got these red dots above, stay short. You're in a downtrend. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of times it's going to go up, but you got the red dots there to stop the price from going higher. Just like if you have the blue dots under the price over here, stay long. You've got the blue dots there. Every time it came down, bounced off and it went up. Came down here, bounced off and it went up. The blue dots block the prices from going lower. What does that mean? It means we're in an uptrend. Stay in the trade. You're safe. The thing is, you got to grab these big trends every once in a while because there's definitely going to be small losing trades. I can guarantee you that, especially when the markets get a little sideways and choppy. Fortunately, the guidance chart is going to keep us out of a lot of trades because we're going to get many no trade zones when the markets get choppy. When most others are getting beat up and killed in the choppy market, we're hardly going to have any trades. However, there still will be some small losers. That's for sure. There will be some. I mean, I can guarantee you that. So the point is, you need to try and grab these big. I know it's hard because sometimes you're up, a certain amount of money, whatever that might be, a couple hundred, couple thousand, whatever you're comfortable with, and it's like, I want to take my profit. Well, there's nothing wrong with taking your profit there. Well, if you're trading, multiple contracts or multiple shares, take half off. My point is, you need to catch the big trends every once in a while. You need to try, and believe me, I know it's tough. You need to try and stay in the trend and catch the big one. Because it just cleans up a lot of small losses that are going to come about, that's for sure. So we had a nice short signal there. Well, buying puts if you're an option trader. Definite stop out here. But nice, nice little trade right there. Pick up a couple points. But here's the beauty. Look at these sweet spots. I mean, oh my, that is just textbook perfect sweet spots that I talk about because they're super low risk. You've got a fantastic risk-reward ratio in your favor. I mean, high profit potential, might not happen because they'll be losing trades, but you have a potential, for high profit, yet small losses. Your stop loss is right here. This is the previous higher red dot. It's like 1 point away. 1 point at risk. And the trading world, that's a terrific risk-reward ratio. Because even if you lose, you're not going to lose that much. And it doesn't matter what chart we're looking at. This could be a S&P chart or a Forex chart, or a 1 minute, 3 minute, which I'm going to show, S&P today. It doesn't matter. It's the same colors, same dots. We're still looking for the same setups on the chart. You still got these same low-risk setups, these sweet spots. And you can see you'd be shorting it or buying puts here at around 29.5, and you're at 25.5 now. I mean, that's a nice little profit there in a couple of weeks. So as long as you got these red dots, just stay short. You're okay. You're safe. So, but look for the sweet spots. If you're not sure about that one looks really far from the dots. I mean, it could pull back. Play it safe. Play it safe. Wait for the sweet spots. If you're feeling like maybe things aren't going well or something or whatever, just wait for the sweet spots. You can't go wrong there. I mean, you can have losing trades. I know I keep saying it because I don't ever want to mislead anybody. But even if you lose, it's going to be small losses. Nobody's going to get beat up. Okay, no trade zone here. Wow, we got a lot of no trade zones here today. That was great because the markets were a little, in all these little choppy spots, no trade zones. However, it's not a true sweet spot because it didn't come all the way down to the blue dot. But there's a nice little trade there. 40 minutes or so after the market opened. I mean, that's a beauty right there. I mean, a 1 minute, 3 minute S&P chart is only designed to make a couple of points. It's not designed, to stay in the trade all day. I mean, it's just a 1 minute chart. You're going to be in and out real quick. Steve, would you ever enter a short if you only had the small red dot, no large dot above? Absolutely, Steve. Yes, sir. Oh, absolutely. Double confirmation, meaning a red bar and a small red dot? Absolutely. You get right in. That's a valid AbleTrend trade. You don't have to have triple confirmation, meaning a red bar, a daily dot, and a weekly dot. It's nice if you do. Obviously, it's even better if you do. But remember, on a reversal, you'll almost never catch a reversal because when the market's reversed, the weekly chart's 5 times slower than a daily. So by the time it catches up, you'd be getting in real late. So absolutely, you can get in on a red bar, red dot, or a blue bar, blue dot. You don't have to have the bigger dot, meaning the higher time frame. Good question. So we've got a nice little trade over there on the S&P right there. I mean, pulls back, doesn't go back all the way. I'd like it to go back all the way, but it's still under 3 points. We use the 3-point rule. It's actually just at 3 points. We use the 3-point rule there. It's right about at it. Maybe a tick under, but we'll call it 3, so that's valid. That's a really nice sweet spot there. That's even lower risk because again, the closer the price is to the little blue dot, the lower your risk. Your stop loss is just a little bit under that dot. So ideally, like the ideal trade is when the price is say within 1 point of the blue dot. I mean, that's super low risk because AbleTrend's only about low risk trades. And that would have been the stop out right there. But that's a nice little trade there. I mean, you're looking at 4 points. That's a $200 move right there. One contract, 4 points on a 1 minute chart. That's a home run. You don't get too many 4 point moves. Another perfect sweet spot right there. That's the next trade right there. Green bars pull right back up to the red dots and bounce off the red dots 3 or 4 times, and then it goes back to red again. At the close of that red bar, you want to be in. Only made a point on that trade, but you had a couple of opportunities for you multiple lot traders, as many are trading multiple contracts. I mean, you're right down near that bottom band right there. 6 minutes later, you pick up 2 points. It's $100. That's not actually 3 points. Closer to 3 points, which is not a bad little trade right there for a quick hit. These 1 minute, 3 minute charts for kind of quick in and out. 5-10 minutes. Generally speaking, could be longer, right? This one was even longer. The trend kept going up. Blue bars and blue dots. Yeah, we'll stay in it. But generally, it's a quick trade. A couple of points. But yeah, 2 really nice trades so far. Plus 4 points, plus 2. It was really plus 3. But I lower the profit because you're not going to nail these perfect. I mean, you can't get every one of these absolutely perfect. It's not going to happen. This offers no emotion. It doesn't take any time to get in and out of the trade. You don't have to click any buttons or, what I'm saying? It's just, so you're not going to nail it perfect. Just use AbleTrend as a guide. If you can get close to what the software is saying to do, you're doing terrific. Okay, another no trade zone. That's a trade right here. That's a valid trade right there. Lost a 1.5 because we have a blue bar and blue dots, but then it went under the blue dots. We would have been stopped down. It's a valid trade. You stay in the Steve. Are you staying in the trade? Michael wants to look at a gold guidance chart. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at that next, Michael, or we'll get to it. As you stay in the trade, it was kind of flat today. There really wasn't much to see. It was kind of a break-even day on that chart. Steve, you stay in the trade. Are you changing your trailing stop to the second row smaller? Absolutely, Steve. As the prices go higher, we're gonna lock in our profit as it goes higher. Absolutely. Once we get above break even, now we can't lose. Sure. Always, move your stops higher, manually moving them higher as the price goes higher and you're making money, or as it goes lower. If you're short. Another no trade zone there. No trade here only because it's hitting the bottom band. We don't obviously start a trade at the bottom band. We don't go short or at the top band. Another no trade zone here. I mean, look how sideways. Look at this little period right there. Look how sideways choppy. It was in a 2-point range for an hour. Well, how can anybody make money? You can't. That's why AbleTrend was intuitive enough to keep us out of that mess. Because if you were in it, you would have lost. More than likely. Just, it was just choppy, sideways. That was ugly. Software kept us out of the whole time. That's the beauty of the no trade zones. It keeps us out of trouble. That's why the software works so well and so popular. Really, really helpful. Hitting the bottom bands here, so we don't want to start the trade there, but look at that textbook, perfect sweet spot right there that I keep talking about. Week after week, all these years, I mean, that is extremely low risk. Why your stop losses at this next highest small red dot? Only have 1 point at risk. You can't get any lower risk than 1 point. I mean, that's just extremely low risk. Doesn't mean you can't lose. Just means even if you did, you got 1 point at risk. Obviously, if you're in the trading business, there's going to be some risk. To risk only 1 point, that's beauty. That's a beauty right there, because look over here, hit the bottom band there. I mean, in 5 minutes, it went down 6 points, $300 in 5 minutes, just trading one per contract. I mean, that's a beauty right there. Again, this is just a quick chart in and out. I mean, that's a quick, that's a quick 300 right there. Obviously, completely out here. No trade zone there. Gotta measure and see if this was 3 points. I was looking at this one live, and I do not think it was. So yes, even though it did go up, I'm going to call this a no trade, even though some people might have got in on that blue ball. But let's call that a no trade. Again, I like to be very cautious and minimize the gains and maximize the losses. It's like, who does that? Everybody else does the opposite and exaggerate everything. I don't do that because that's not real trading. Sweet spot there. We lost a half a point. Let's even call it a point. And that's the end of the day. No trade zone there, and that's the 4 o'clock New York close. Good stuff today. Today was a fun day. It worked out really well. Anybody just taking the, going by the AbleTrend rules, having the patience to wait for the AbleTrend setups, the AbleTrend signals, and having the discipline to pull the trigger when the rules say to do so. Had a fun day today. It worked out great. Quick look at the Euro chart. This is a 30-minute, 90-minute for like a Euro swing chart. Again, we're just looking for the same colors and dots, for the same setups on the chart, for the same AbleTrend signals. I mean, there's your perfect, low risk trade, triple confirmation, stop loss is nearby. These dots are slightly higher. No big deal if if we lost. I mean, of course, nobody wants to lose. Hits the band there. I mean, that's a beautiful trade right there. That's like 100 pips. That's $1,000 in a couple of hours. Well, actually, more than a couple. More like about 6 hours. This is a 30-minute chart, so more for longer term. Now, if you missed it or you didn't catch it or you got in late, there's another sweet spot right there. Sweet spot is a pullback back up to the red dots, and the bars go from green to red. At the close of that red bar or the open of the next bar, you're in. That was about a break even, but a beautiful no trade zone there, because sometimes it's just as important not to trade and not to lose money as it is to win money. I mean, it kind of sometimes gets lost in the shuffle. It's just as important not to lose or to stay aside and not risk your money when most others kind of got beat up. Boy, that's a nice feeling. Not to trade during those times. No trade zone there. And as you can see, today was a very sideways kind of day. There's where you're any one of these red bars you'd be in. I'd be making a little bit of money on the trade right now, but it's kind of flat. Not a whole lot happening. Let me take a quick look at the gold market from my friend Michael here. Wants to look at a 3.9. Gold's a tricky one, Michael. As I mentioned, it goes really fast. Got to be careful with that one. It's not an easy one to trade. I find the ES much easier. It just seems to trend a little smoother. Some markets just they don't trend. They're tough trending markets. When they trend, it's nice, like anything, but you just got to be a little careful with this one. Just be conservative. No trade zone. No trade zone. No trade zone. Every one of those saved us money. Every one of those no trade zones kept us out of trouble. Love the no trade zones. Love the sweet spots. The sweet spots are low risk, meaning there's very little bit of money at risk, even if we lose, and there will be some losers. And the no trade zones, well, that keeps us out of the market in a choppy situation. Absolutely love it. I've got a nice little, sell signal right there, Michael. Of course, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, but, small winner there. Another sell signal there. That one worked out well. Look how far below the bands you got, so that one would have worked out real nice. Every point is $100 in the gold market, and that's 3 points, so let's call it 2. It's a couple $100. Really nice sweet spots right there, but they would have been losing. This would have been a loser. We'd have lost a point because we'd have been stopped out. But that's the nice part. We only had a point and a half at risk. No trade zone. No trade zone. This would be a trade right in here. I want to squeeze in there. That's a trade, and we would have lost 2 points on a point and a half on that trade right there. No trade zone, and pretty much this is the end of the day. No trade zone, no trade zone. That's a trade, and that's about a point loss, a little less, but we'll call it a point loss right there. So yeah, it was a tough one. Gold was terrible today. Wasn't fun. I mean, not terrible, but it wasn't a winning day. It was definitely a losing day. But the problem is like, how do you know which is a good day? I mean, Tuesday was great. Today stunk. But again, the no trade zone. I mean, it could have been a disaster if you weren't, anybody wasn't using AbleTrend's guidance chart, because we got, the price action thing. Just look at the price action. I mean, it was just, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I mean, all day long. It was just, possible day for anybody. I don't care what indicator you're using or what system. Just possible day to win. It was just super choppy. But at least the no trade zones kept us out of trading probably 3/4 of the day. We were on the sidelines where the software was telling us, hey, no, too risky, don't do anything. And, every one of them saved us money. I like the ES. I just think that that's a good one. I find that to be the most consistent. Steve says, what guidance chart works best with currencies? You can use anything you like. Currencies are not very popular at all to trade in the U.S. By far, the futures market, S&P Mini, is by far the most popular. Some people trade crude and gold and then Mini NASDAQ and other markets, but ES is clearly the most popular. You're welcome, Deb. Deb says, thanks for the webinar. You're always welcome. But 3.9 for real short-term trading. Currencies are a little funny. I would go a little longer time frame actually with the currencies if you like to do intraday trading. A 5.15 or a 10.30. They just don't trend that great. I find them to be. I don't find it to be very consistent. I just find there's other markets that are more consistent, and I don't want to use the word easier because nothing's easy in trading. But I just find, let's just say that I find the currency markets, gold, I find those markets to be a lot trickier, a lot more difficult to win. I always by far find the ES to be the best or the most consistent. Andrew, I kind of got beat up today on the ES 1.3 AbleTrend 3. Actually, it was really good today, and I even put that over here, Andrew. I was watching that one, and I was loving what I was seeing here today. So let me go over that chart for you real quick. This is the AbleTrend 1.3 chart with AbleTrend 3 instead of AbleTrend 2, meaning a much faster indicator. You're going to get in and out more quickly. Actually, it was really good today, Andrew. So let me go over that chart for you. Maybe I can help. It was a beautiful trade right here, 20 minutes after the market opened up. I mean, just an absolutely perfect, classic trade right there, where the software is telling you to get in, triple confirmation, just a textbook trade right there, and didn't get out to way up here. That was a 10-point winner right off the bat. That's $500 per contract. So AbleTrend 2 was a lot more conservative, and that's fine to use that. That's why I kind of always like to err on the conservative side. And that's why I say AbleTrend 3 for somebody who's a little bit more, wants to get in a little more quickly, and you're going to get a lot less no trade zones. You're going to be in much more trades. But the first trade of the day was a 10-point winner. Then we come right back with another big winner right over here. Well, I won't say big, but another, very comfortable 3 points right here. And again, and if you took profit at the bands, you made even more money because, if you're trading multiple contracts. So conservatively, this was 11, but I called it 10. This was 3 points here. I mean, the first couple of hours already plus 13 points in 2 trades. So, yeah, I'm not sure what you might have been doing wrong on that. But, gave back a point here. It's a losing trade of 1 point there. Right back in again here and right back out again right there. Another 1 point down. So we were plus 13. Now we're plus 11. This was a nice signal, but it was hitting the bottom band. So I won't count that one because that was too tough. So we're plus 11. No trade zone, no trade zone. That's a buy signal there. We'll lose a point there. So now we're plus 10. But and again, just because the software is plus 10, you or me, we might have been plus 7 or 8, because again, as I keep mentioning, you're not going to nail them perfect. We had a really nice sell signal right there. If you missed it, you had another chance to get in right there. Absolutely perfect sweet spot right there. Only less than 1 point from the red dot right there. And then, of course, out over here. But that was another easy 3 points. It's actually 4, but I'll say 3. So now you're plus 13 points. It was just a really, really good day. So I'm glad I'm bringing this up because I just assumed anybody who traded this chart had a really good day. Obvious triple confirmation buy signal there. Out over here, 1.5, so we'll call it a point. That's plus 14. A sell signal there. Stop out. It's a break even. Right back in again there. That's a point, but I'll call it break even. And that's the end of the day. So it was plus 14 points. Even if you got 10, that's a $500 profit per contract. If you want me to go over that with you or something like tomorrow, I'd gladly do that. But Yeah, the AbleTrend 1 minute, 3 minute chart using AbleTrend 3, the faster indicator on the higher time frame instead of AbleTrend 2, meaning a lot more trades and a lot less no trade zones. That was a home run here today, really, plus 14 points. And like I said, if you got 10 out of the four, that would have been great because that's $500. Michael, yeah, that's fine, Michael. Just keep you can look at a couple different markets in each workspace. You can even put them all in one workspace, whatever you think. So hope that helps, Andrew, Michael, Deborah, Steve, Bob, everybody in the room here, all the good people. Thanks for your help. You're welcome, Steve. Hope this was helpful for everybody. Just kind of keep it simple. Try and keep it simple. Less is more. Less charts, less indicators. Less is more. Anything I can do to help, just let me know how I can, because I'm always glad to help. I'm here every day. Thanks for being here, everyone.